They tell you to just think positive and everything will work out. But what if I told you that constant positivity can actually make things worse? And that some of the most popular manifestation trends might be setting you up for disappointment instead of success? From TikTok to Instagram, manifestation trends are everywhere. The latest one, Lucky Girl Syndrome, promises that if you believe hard enough, you'll magically attract good things into your life. It sounds uplifting, but there's a catch. When positivity gets pushed too far, it slips into something called toxic positivity, a mindset that doesn't just ignore reality, it can harm your mental health. In this video, we're breaking down the myths around manifestation, exposing the dark side of toxic positivity, and giving you grounded, science-backed ways to stay inspired without pretending everything is perfect. By the end, you'll know how to use positive thinking in a way that actually helps you, instead of holding you back. Why positivity became a trend. Humans love hope. When life gets hard, the idea that your thoughts alone can change your world is powerful. That's why books like The Secret sold millions of copies, and why social media trends like Lucky Girl Syndrome explode overnight. The idea is simple: if you think of yourself as lucky, the universe will line up opportunities for you. And yes, mindset does shape how you see the world, but here's where things get tricky. What toxic positivity really means: toxic positivity is when the idea of just stay positive becomes a rule, not a tool. It tells you not to feel sadness, anger, or fear, emotions that are natural and necessary. It can make people feel guilty for struggling, like they're failing because they aren't positive enough. It dismisses real challenges, replacing compassion with cliches like everything happens for a reason. Instead of helping, toxic positivity creates shame around normal human emotions. Why Lucky Girl Syndrome can backfire at first. Calling yourself lucky feels fun. It boosts confidence. But here's the problem: if something bad happens, you don't get the job, you're facing illness, you're struggling with bills, the logic of Lucky Girl Syndrome suggests it's your fault. That's dangerous. It shifts responsibility away from real factors like inequality, health, or life circumstances, and makes people believe their struggles are just a sign of not manifesting hard enough. Here's the challenge: life isn't always positive. We all face loss, setbacks, and stress. Pretending otherwise doesn't make pain go away, it makes it worse. Research shows that when people suppress negative emotions, stress hormones like cortisol actually rise, and mental health suffers. Ignoring problems also prevents us from finding real solutions. So if manifestation myths and toxic positivity are misleading, what's the better way? Mindful positivity instead of toxic positivity. The answer isn't to throw away positivity, it's to use it mindfully. Acknowledge real emotions. It's okay to say, I am having a hard time. Naming emotions helps regulate them. Balance hope with honesty. You can believe in better days while admitting that today is tough. Focus on action. Studies in psychology show that optimism combined with effort, what researchers call active coping, leads to resilience. How to use manifestation in a grounded way. Manifestation works when it's paired with clarity and action, not blind wishing. Here's how. Visualization. Picture the life you want. Neuroscience shows visualization strengthens neural pathways. Aligned action. Don't just imagine success, take steps toward it, even small ones. Self-compassion. Accept that setbacks don't mean failure. They're part of growth. Gratitude, not denial. Gratitude works when it highlights what's good, not when it ignores what's hard. Take someone who wants to manifest financial freedom. Toxic positivity says, just believe you're rich and the universe will provide. Grounded manifestation says, visualize abundance, build habits that support saving and growth, and remind yourself that setbacks don't erase progress. One path sets you up for guilt and confusion. The other builds hope and real results. Here's the truth: positive thinking isn't about denying reality. It's about meeting reality with strength. When you let yourself feel both the light and the dark, you stop being controlled by either. And when you pair positive beliefs with consistent action, manifestation stops being a myth and becomes a mindset that actually works. That's the real secret. Not ignoring struggles, but transforming them into fuel. So let's recap. Toxic positivity tells us to plaster a smile on pain, but that only creates shame. Trends like Lucky Girl Syndrome make positivity look easy, but they can backfire when life gets tough. The better path is mindful positivity, balancing gratitude with honesty, visualization with effort, and optimism with compassion. Manifestation can be powerful, but only when it's grounded in reality. You don't need to fake positivity to change your life. You need courage, clarity, and action.